what are going to be the little changes that we're going to see from both these teams to see who ekes out the series victory? So it's going to be interesting as we see the Phoenix get banned as well as the Wisp. Bloodseeker banned again by IG. The last it was what was it with the other one? Bloodseeker something else. But now they go into the Mars, and like I said, I was asking for Mirana on Kaka, but we'll see if we get that. And it was the Lina. Yeah, it was the Bloodseeker Lina. So now Lina there for Elephant, which is one of those heroes that can flex 2 to 4 or 2 and 4. So we'll see what Elephant want to do with that. And I'm hoping to see a Mirana here. I think the Spear Arrow is one of the most dangerous combinations there are.
It can be, but I think this Lina is kind of like, well, we could pick Mirana, but like, there's not a massive reason to. Mm-hmm. Like something like Rubik would probably feel like a safer pick. It's still a decent like lane combination. If they want to go for some save potentially against the Lina, they could go for an Oracle. Like Undying's still in the pool, remember, as well. It's been a big favorite.
And there's the Rubik.
I think Rubik's the safest pick.
Yeah.
And Kaka is very good at it.
Yeah, I agree. He played it pretty well in game 1. Just didn't turn into a victory. Now he's going to be playing it here, game 3. So we'll see what he's able to accomplish with this hero. As we'll see what Elephant want with this Lina. Are they going to go back to the Undying for the 3rd straight game? Or are we going to see Red Panda play it once again? Red Panda, I think one of the things that I can say is maybe his hero pool isn't as big as you'd like. Or, well, I wouldn't say it's not as big as we'd like, but I definitely think he's being forced into the same hero quite a bit with these drafts. And I don't know if that's strictly on him. I don't think it's strictly on him because we've seen him play other things. I
disagree with that hero pool thing. I think there's certain 5s at the moment that feel really strong. For some reason, China seem to not value Ench anywhere near as highly as the other regions. But we talked about this before, last OGA, that their Ench love is very low, unfortunately. But Undying's one of probably the safest and one of the best 5s at the moment, I would argue. Like sometimes, when you pick this Undying at the start of the draft, one, you don't really give anything away because you know what it's going to do, right? But it's good at all stages of the game a lot of the time. Like, yes, it's really strong in the early stages of the game, in the laning stage and things. But as the game goes on, that Tombstone's such a crazy team fight enabler and things. It's like you put it on the cliff, you see the whole fight with this. I think it's 1,500 night vision it gives in an AoE. That's bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that's a thing. But like Soul Whips, like you can build it differently if you need to. We've seen the EU Undyings go 141. I like the China Undyings go 114. But even so, like there's not many 5s that offer the same, when you have to pick them early in the draft, offer the same amount of coverage that the Undying does.
Mm-hmm. So taking a look at Red Panda's stats over the last 3 months, he's played Undying. This will be his 20th time. And then the next closest is Ogre at 9. And then it's Clockwork at 8, or no, Clockwork at 6, Chen at 6, and then it's just like a bunch of 3 2s and 1s. Or not a bunch. It's like 4 or 5 other heroes.
I forgot about the Ogre, but the Chen is the one that comes into my head when I think of Red Panda after Undying at the moment. Mm-hmm. So I just think this hero is really strong at the moment, and in lane against Mars as well, like it seems really good. There's no reason not to pick it. You can flex the Lina between 2 and 4. I'm glad they're moving away from this Monkey King though on Elephant. Well, I hope they do at least. Like they carry on moving away from it because that felt really underwhelming last game for me. Like it was okay early on.
You thought I thought it was okay. I thought it looked alright.
It's one of those heroes that if you play from in front, it feels really good. But as soon as you start to lose a couple of fights and you fall behind, it feels like it doesn't do anything. Like the Wukongs were never really there. Whenever they did come out, they kind of got kited away anyway. Like they didn't have that lockdown that they needed to be able to keep people in place to be able for the Lesh and the Arc Warner to get their damage off freely. Like the OD just pops BKB and just runs at people. It's like, well, what do we do? Like OD's pop BKB, better run. Oh wait, we can't run. He's hexed us. Like, I don't know.
When he got that hex, debuted it on the Eurus, and then it was just kind of disgusting from there. It was a really well played OD game, and something I don't know if I really expected, just considering I had seen him play that OD before and it really didn't go well.
Yeah, it was nice to see them pick different heroes last game, though, like Monkey King 4 and OD and stuff. Like I said, even you're coming towards the end of a patch to see these fresh heroes, it's nice. And like we said, they're not completely new, but they're different to what we normally see.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see more of that. Like, if we're going to see a little bit more variety in these drafts. You've got, right now, pretty standard drafts from both teams.
Oh, Red Panda Undying? Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, Eurus Undying? This is crazy. And they go Lifestealer, which is something we're seeing, maybe not as much as other carries, but definitely a bit of variety there. So I want to see what IG are going to do, knowing that they've got this Mars as well as the Rubik. So they've got some team fight in the arena. They've got lockdown in the telekinesis as well as the potential spear, because that's going to be your offlane. Like, that's your offlane combo. You still need your 5, and then obviously the rest.
I love when I get to play position 5 and my carry picks Lifestealer, because I know what happens is I can move away from the lane and I know he's going to be sustainable and be okay by himself. Like, this Lifestealer against Mars, he's going to be absolutely fine, right? Obviously, this Bane kind of throws a spanner into the works because now you have this BKB piercing lockdown in Fiend's Grip. I think Ollie's really good at this hero as well.
Yes, this is his best hero in my opinion.
Yeah, he's very good. And it's, again, we don't get to see a huge amount of Bane, so it's nice to see this hero kind of like make an appearance as well. I will say their support duo is very like single target focused in a way, right? They don't have this kind of like Phoenix hero that we saw from Kaka before, which will be interesting.
Ooh.
So that's
okay. That's SAPPHIRE Spirit. I like that.
Well, does it have to be?
No. Somnus has played this mid. I think we saw it, and also who comes to mind is Yopach. He plays that Earth Spirit mid. He is exciting to watch with that hero as well. But I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I'd like to see it mid. Does it still really work in that lineup?
Yeah, I think it does. It could. It doesn't have to. I think the lean is more likely to be mid, but they can flex them between 2 and 4, both of them. I will say, like, it's nice to see people across every region picking this as a mid as well, because we've had like Topson playing it recently for OG as well. Like, I mean, maybe like Somnus has played it before. We've had, like we said, Yopaj was playing it in SEA. Like, it feels like it's a very player-specific thing, but it's nice to see it across the depth of regions as well. Because normally what we see is, like, one region will start to pick a hero in a certain way, and it's kind of sometimes it's stuck within that region. But it seems to have, it's player-specific, but it's a bit of everywhere.
I would say Omni Knight kind of fell into that for a little bit. We were seeing it strictly China, and now it's kind of expanded into multiple regions. And IG, they go for one of Fly's better heroes, which is the TB. This is definitely a hero that I think I've seen a lot less of. Something that was in the last patch very popular, in this patch not as much.
Well, one thing I will say I've noticed from watching IG with Fly in comparison to before is it feels like he's almost like he's dictating a lot of the fights. Like, he's played this Sven in game 1 and now the Clinks in game 2. He's not afraid to fight early and get stuck in. And they look so much more convincing now on IG, and they feel like so much more of a unit now that they have these 5 players again. Because, well, do you remember when we saw them play with Butterfly Effect and things before? It felt like their games were always really passive, and they were struggling to find openings on the map and stuff. Now, Fly's back. It actually feels like they're willing to find these openings and take these early engagements. I don't know whether that's more of a team thing or whether because Fly's back, but that's what I've noticed, at least, from these last 2 games.
I wonder if how much he's controlling the shot calling and everything. What the difference is now that he's playing with them than not. Like, who was doing the shot calling when they were playing with Dust? Who was doing the shot calling when they were playing with Butterfly Effect? Or even dogfights as far back as, season 3 or season 2?
It's almost like you can just tell they're more comfortable again. Like, this is who they want to be playing with. I will say this TB is a really good core-to-core matchup against Lifestealer. You can get this Scardy online eventually. You kite him around really easily because you have the range advantage. But he does have to be a little bit worried about the burst damage from the Earth Spirit and the Lena. Obviously, you get this really early Manta anyway on the hero, like naturally, which is going to be very good. against the Earth Spirit from the magnetizing stuff. But against Lina, you know, Lina might decide to go for this Axe build potentially.
Ooh.
And after seeing this, I'd actually like to see the Earth Spirit mid and put the Lina as the 4 in the lane.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I prefer. I don't know if they will, but I'd love to see it.
Can I get an Elder Titan 3?
Yeah. Sure. Why not? I mean, sure. Why not though, right? Like,
yeah.
Seems fine. Maybe they feel like they lack a little bit of damage if they go for that, which might be a problem. But the way I see this is if the Earthspirit goes mid, like he has potential to take over the game before the TB gets Manta.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Lina offers the pressure in the lane onto the TB that the 4 needs. I can see them just putting the Lina mid anyway. But they need to pick a 3 hero here, I'd assume, for Yang. And they don't have a huge amount of team fight at the moment. Their lockdown's still a little bit iffy as well. They don't have anything BKB piercing. Like Beastmaster's out of the pool, Batrider's out of the pool. I love this Darkseer ban as well. I think that's really good.
Yeah. Not a hero we've seen a lot of, the Darkseer. It seems like there's a lot of other offlaners that have been more popular.
I think Axe
and they
could
go
be
Brew
interesting here. But that's a good... Okay, it's a good Brew game. I don't mind this either. This is pretty good. Obviously, you have the...
FY on the Earth Spirit, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is Lina mid. Fair enough.
A little disappointing.
Kind of, but at the same time, I think that's the standard. It's like what's expected, right?
Yeah.
Like Lina can scale a little bit better than the Earthspirit as well. So if the game does go late, like the Lifestealer and the Lina will become these like late game heroes. You can build towards that MKB, etc. Yeah, the Brewmaster's pick's interesting. Like it gives them the team fight they're lacking, but it's also the Dispel's really good from the Wind Panda against all the TB illusions. There's a decent amount of damage. I think the laning stage might be a little bit of a problem for Elephant in that off lane with like Brewmaster and Earth Spirit. But at the same time, Brewmaster's one of these heroes that it is relatively strong in lane if you give it a good start, and it kind of frees Earth Spirit up to rotate across the map a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, like if Lina sets up with an LSA into a role and things, they do have decent amount of damage mid lane. I think Emo's looked pretty good on Void Spirit recently as well, if I'm right in saying that.
Yeah, I think he's looked pretty good. As good as what we've been seeing around the region with Void Spirit, that is. I'm interested to see this Brewmaster. I think every time I see this Brewmaster, I think of the General Brew that I got to see a couple months back.
Well,
was it like I might have even been like 8 months ago at this point. I have no idea what the concept of time is throughout this entire like coronavirus, etc. But it was when he got the Divine Rapier and was just like one-shotting folks. Like it was crazy. It was just like, oh yeah, I just I'm level 25 of a Divine Rapier and I'm just gonna one-shot you. It's as simple as that. Like that's what I'm always expecting now from Brew, which is unfair because when are we really going to see that again? But I'm excited to see the Brewmaster, and I think it's a hero we don't get to see too much, but certainly one I'll be excited to see coming into this game.
I'm excited for JT Mars. Have you seen his item build as well? Not only have they given shared tangos to the Void Spirit, they've also given them to the Mars as well.
Orb of Venom too.
Yeah, I think this is a really good idea. Like, you want Stick against the Undying. You want the Orb of Venom to be able to pressure the lane. Get given tangos, sure, like your lane looks really good now. Like the Rubik and the Bane don't need a huge amount of regen. Bane's laning against these 2 melee heroes, like he'll be fine. And this Rubik's, happy to give one away.
I love the
JT.
shield that he's got on this Mars.
Yeah, just don't talk about that God's Rebuke. It's fine. The shield does look really cool.
Yeah, the Medusa shield.
30 seconds to battle.
I also think this Mars hero is something that we haven't really seen from JT this series, in the sense that if he falls behind, like I think he can control tempo still, like with the arena and everything, right? Should be fun to see. I actually prefer IG's draft, so I'm going to go for them, but it's pretty close either way. Elephant have looked really good in their laning stage, so see if they can do it again.
The battle begins.
I was talking to Trent earlier today about items that, what if they gave you pay-to-win features?
Right, what did you end up with?
We were talking about Battle Fury, the cosmetic item on Void. You start with the Battle Fury. But yeah, that shield for Mars makes you immune to Stone Gaze. How about that?
Or it just gives you a free mana shield.
Yeah, I guess that would work too, right? Roll up top, fly, taking some damage early on.
Yeah, a lot of the times, what we've seen from people when they play against this team is they try and pressure the lane really hard with level 1 and see if they can kill him. But you don't really have that potential with Brewmaster. It's a little bit more difficult. Laning stage already going really well, though, with mid lane, especially for Emo. He's 4 and 3, and Summoners is yet to hit a last hit.
Wow. Which is rare when you're a Lina, that you have a bad start like that.
Like, he's actually destroying these first 2 waves. It's not close.
Red Panda.
Wow.
JT kind of trading back and forth. Red Panda a little bit low. He's only got Decay level 1. It's JT dealing with 16 lost strength. 360 max HP at the moment.
Oh,
That
he's in
is
trouble on Red Panda.
not fun. Yeah, Red Panda, I'm not certain he dies here.
Have they got the Rubik, though?
20 stolen strength,
Oh!
but yeah, eventually he does to JT.
He lost some strength just before the right click came through. Oh dear. And now Eurus is in trouble as well. This is really rough. This bot lane is starting so poorly for them. And again, like top lane as well, Brewmaster's only got 1. Oh, he's going to have 2
Whoa.
after this one.
If JT had the extra
Jesus.
mana, he might have thrown a God's Rebuke there and potentially killed Eurus.
Okay, but this is the power of the starting items that we talked about with the Stick and the Orb of Venom. Like, you're actually able to just, like, really pressure the lane much harder.
Kaka. Tombstone committed. And this might just be some gold for JT if they lose Kaka, and they will.
I'll be honest, I think JT's happy with that. He doesn't really care. He's like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take 125 gold. Has the bottle now as well. Uses it before the decay stacks run out.
Value Town.
Like, this TV's just free farming as well. He's absolutely fine. Ollie?
I will say Somnus has recovered.
He has recovered, correct. And Mars has started to struggle
Ooh.
a little bit. Like, he got that kill before and he got the Tombstone gold, but only at 7 CS, about the same as the Brew.
Cheeky with that Aether Remnant almost landing it onto the Lina. That might have been a kill. It probably would have been a kill for sure. Emo has certainly impressed me, and it's nothing new. Emo's been impressive for basically the entirety of his career. I think maybe just the fact that he has, he's in a region where IG could be a top team in other regions, but here in China, like, you're still dealing against LGD, VG, Aster, eHome, and now Elephant. Like, it's almost hard
Mid
to
lane.
stand out. But Emo getting hit with the rolling boulder as well as the boulder smash, but not gonna drop. No pop to south.
There's no LSA. 2 couriers die at the same time. Bot lane as well. Tombstone goes down.
125 gold for Kaka, so 250 gold in this lane, but JT getting low. There's no way to catch up to him though.
Yeah. And he gets a salve off while he's got decay stacks down as well, so very nice. Red Panda's
Back
out of
over
mana.
mid. And Ollie. Okay, nothing more from that. Just a retreat. And then back over bottom. Take a look. Eurus in some trouble. Open wounds onto JT. There's the God's Rebuke. Can he stay alive? Doesn't look like it. After a while, he'll eventually fall. But
Oh.
I say that, JT. Oh my, that was closer than I thought it would be.
Just life stealing away, having a great time. Yeah, he hasn't got a point in bulwark, so that, standing and hitting him, not going to take that reduced damage on the Mars. Yeah, unfortunately. So
God. I have full health. He has a sliver. Who wins? Almost the lifestealer.
hashtag life stealer gaming.
Put it in the chat, guys.
Yeah, I mean, but again, TB is still just free farming in the top lane, right? He's having a great time. Oh, if Ollie takes this bounty rune, oh, he's not going to get there in time. Oh, so close.
He's bottled up. He's gone bottle. So is JT.
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised by that. Just I mean I knew we knew it was coming, but like feels like
fly.
bottle's just
Oh.
not the item that we normally see on Mars. Red
Fly
Panda
is
up here.
very
Ooh.
low top.
Another decay. Chase him under the tower, Red Panda. Go for it.
Dire's top
Yeah, he doesn't have soul
tower
rip
is under
available,
attack.
so a little bit difficult. But this push in the top lane is really good by the Radiant side. The catapult's still there, so getting some
Radiant
cheeky damage off on the tier
structures
1.
are fortified.
But laning stage definitely recovered though for Elephant, considering how the first few waves went.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And IG though still feeling pretty good, but you look at the CS and you've got Lifestealer towards the top. Somnus made that recovery. He's sitting at number 2.
It's like we talked about the Eurus, like he's playing this hero that like it frees up the Undying to move around. But the Earthsplit's hanging around mid at the moment as well. Oh, Kaka. Oh, he's on the hill! Oh, they almost both ended up on the hill. Okay, that would have been awful, but never mind. Kaka's away.
Regeneration.
He's fine.
I don't know, Red Panda's just able to do whatever he wants because he doesn't need to be with the Lifestealer anymore. Just doing his own thing.
Man, I can't believe Emo's still only 19. Feels like he's... I don't know if it's just life has been going at a slower pace, but it feels like he's been here forever.
No, I think it's nice. Like, he's fairly new still in the scene.
Well, I guess he's been playing with IG since 2018, though.
But that's only a couple of years. Like, as Dota players go, that's not recent. Like that. Sorry, that is very recent.
I know, but he was also playing with source code before that.
Somnus.
Somnus in trouble. LSA not gonna survive. Emo gets the kill.
He killed the tombstone as well. So I don't know who got that one, but another little bit of increase of gold for Dire. This game's pretty even though overall. Like, there's nobody really taking over the game yet. I'd be interested to see how Yang uses his first split. I think that's going to be an important thing for this game. I'd like to see FY try and play top when that level 6 is on the Brewmaster.
Radiant's
He's also getting Veil as well. So.
Ooh, Faded Brooch. Who's gonna hold that Void Spirit?
Yeah.
I would assume.
I'd assume so. Oh,
Laguna, but there's the Geomagnetic Grip, and can they get the kill here on an Emo? FY for stick charges, or
has a
for
haste
stick
rune.
charges. Can he get on him?
Good sleep. It's well played by Ollie.
Not gonna be enough. That was a pretty ambitious Laguna Blade, considering what they had at the moment.
Yeah, they thought they had enough damage, but obviously the rotation's over from Ollie and from Kaka, kind of securing the Void Spirit's retreat.
So, just about 9 minutes in. Looking pretty good for IG at the moment.
Yeah, game is looking good. I mean, to be honest, like, oh, hang on, the bait in a bit of trouble here. LSA misses though.
The tower is under attack.
No, gonna commit back in, and here comes the arena. Oh my god.
Getting it done. Somnus, Red Panda, as well as FY, all dying here just for Ollie. Void Spirit up into the air. JT getting a little bit low. As Yang trying to get this kill and will take out JT.
They caught the
Might even
Rubik
get
as well.
Kaka. Telekinesis throws him down on a Eurus. Fade Bolt, Aether Remnant. Locks up the Brewmaster. Kaka, Emo. Can they turn this? They've got Ollie coming back. Kaka taking a lot of damage. Roll in. Geomagnetic Grip gets the silence on it too. They've got the Infest and they'll pop it out. They look over for Ollie. Yang getting low. Needs to be careful. Sword from Red Panda. Astral Step. Isn't enough damage on a Yang. Might be. Double kill for Yang. On the high ground, it finally falls as the Resonant Pulse is what does it, but the Rolling Boulder coming in from FY. They've got the LSA to follow it up. They get the kill on an Emo. All said and done, it looks like that went pretty well for Elephant.
Yeah, like, That was so weird. The God's Rebuke from Mars basically just killed 3 heroes all at once when the arena went down. But the fight went on for so long that they were able to all respawn and come back into the fight again. So the fight ends up being in Elephant's favor. Really, you see the power of the split though from Yang. Like they lose 3 heroes, but because the split goes off, it's like the strongest spell in the game at the moment. So they're able to just turn the fight basically from that.
You were saying how important that split was going to be, and they get the deny on the tower. Assimilate. Now with the 8th Remnant, locks up Eurus, Nightmare, onto Red Panda. Ollie taking some damage, but there's the Fiend's Grip. Somnus low, he ends up dropping. Eurus might be in trouble too. They can't stop the Fiend's Grip. They're going to lose Somnus as well as Eurus. Now they look over at Red Panda, might even make it a 3rd. They've got the arena down for JT. The spear's going to land. This is going so horribly right now for Elephant. Good magnetize. Down goes JT. And they're going to get Ollie as well reapplied onto a couple. Can they stop the TP from Kaka? I know they can't. Nemo's going to run away. So FY at least gets something.
But this TB is just free farming away in the bot lane. Do you remember we talked about how last game IG were running at all the heroes that weren't the Arc Warden over and over again? And at some point in the game, they realized that, hang on, this Arc Warden's going to be a big problem if we don't deal with it. I have a feeling that Elephant might have the same revelation at some point, that this TB, he's just having the game of his life. And if they don't stop him from farming, it's going to be a huge problem for them. In that last fight as well, really well played by Emo. He jumps the Lina at the same time as the Fiend Script comes out. So, like, the Somnus on this Lina can't come over and stop the Fiend Script. So, like you say, just both the cores end up dying because of it. They can't stop the grip.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Up towards
Top
top.
lane.
Smoked up.
He has split available.
JT, he's dropped a couple times in a row. LSA is going to come through, and FY has got the damage to take out JT. Nightmare on FY, pulled off by Yang. He's got Primal Split up again.
This is double damage on the Voice Spirit here, so they have to be a little bit careful on Elephant.
He's going into the Yules. They've got the Maelstrom finished off for Eurus.
This ward is so good, though. I mean, Ollie knows it's there. He's just put a sentry down. But this ward from Elephant was so good to allow them to spot that Void Spirit coming over.
There's the Veil.
Otherwise, that could have been really bad for them.
So Ollie will get the gold for that. He'll take it out. And then TV working on this Manta, still sitting top of the net worth by about 500 gold over Eurus, who's going for the Sanj.
Can I say, it's a nice change in tempo from last Dota pit we had, though, where a lot of the games were very slow. Do you remember? And it felt like teams were a little bit unsure. This whole series has been so much like early action and fighting. Both these teams aren't afraid to like take these early engagements and really, go for it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
There's the extra evasion for the TV. Eurus, meanwhile, trying to get this tier 1 tower over bottom. What's Somnus got? He's got the
Dire's
Yules.
bottom tower is under attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the
feel
Spirit
they need to
Vessel,
be-
too, from Brewmaster.
Yeah, it's really good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, he's going to build it naturally because of the
Dire's
Cinder Brew
bottom
anyway.
tower
But
is under attack.
Rolling Boulder into the pit, and they'll go after the Rubik. It was times with the Geomagnetic Grip. The damage so much right there on Akaka. They've got the arena down, and can they kill Yang before he's able to get the Primal Split off? Yes, they can. Arena with that spear locks him down long enough.
yeah, they're going to try and use this meta here to try and push the top tier 1, which they should be able to get. I mean, they have the Tombstone available from Red Panda. It's level 3, but with the ward on the high ground already, they'll see it straight away if they go for it.
Red Panda coming over, and he'll pop that Flesh Golem. Try to get the kill here on Emo. He'll go to the Dissimulate. Now JT taking a lot of damage. He's trying to TP out. Eurus gets the kill there. They look over at Ollie. They've got the Magnetized down. Fly trying to TP away. Have the sweep on FY, so no way to stop that TP out, but Emo, Aether Remnant, and the Astral Step. Red Panda drops. 2 for 1 so far. Emo attempting the TP, but there's the LSA. They've got the silence. They'll get the kill with the Laguna Blade.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean,
Good fight there from Elephant.
FY's playing this Earth Spirit so well. And as soon as that grip goes down, the silence instantly comes out. Like, just gets cancelled like straight away. The Tombstone goes down on the high ground, but what it means is that and the Terrorblade missed like the first 2 hits on it, unfortunately, because it was he was in range for. But it means that the TV's damage that normally would be in the fight is taken away to deal with the Tombstone. So they just need to slow down the game a little bit on IG. I think just keep this TV farming.
Kaka again getting caught. Spirit Vessel used. They've got the silence. They take Kaka out so fast.
I mean, FY's just everywhere at the moment. Like, he's having a great time. He's going BKB second line, which I massively agree with. Looks like a great game for it.
Mm. So going for the Heaven's Albert on the Lifestealer. Picked up and has finished that Sanj. Not too far away from it. 900 gold. Just about. Now Lena going into the Boots of Travel. She picks up an Aether Lens.
Okay. I assume, yeah, she's going to go BATs, and then I assume she goes back for Ags afterwards on the Lena. It depends how the game goes, of course. Like, if they carry on playing from ahead, I think the Ags is really good. But if they fall behind, she might feel like she needs to scale going into the late game, like this MKB and stuff. Bloodstone could be okay as well.
Radiant are scanning.
I like this control that Elephant have over this ancient area, though. Like, this is where the TB wants to be spending time farming. But if they just control up the area and like stop the TB from having that space, Flyfly's going to be very sad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just eating a little bit of harassment coming his way. 1k net worth lead right now for Elephant, and Eurus has surpassed the TB in terms of net worth. TB, who's basically had a free game, sitting at 003.
Ooh.
Smoking, looking for the TB. They avoid Ollie, so that smoke doesn't break. They'll come over, the smoke will break on Fly, and the Courier, it's just got a TP on it, but that's the TP that Terrorblade needs to leave.
Should be okay.
Ooh, still gets into the trees, still escapes. I'm surprised they didn't play that a little bit more aggressively.
They didn't see him move up into the trees, though. If they'd have seen him move in, they probably would have died. But even then, like, it's a little bit risky, especially with the Mars Blink being up now as well. Nice pick up from the Lifestealer having that Dragon Scale. Oh, we actually passed it. Interesting.
I thought going into the BKB next.
Oh, not again.
And trying to TP away. The roll is there in time. Kaka, he'll fall to Somnus. Tombstone committed for that, but now they're going to go in for mid. Try to take this tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If he transitions this into, like, the Tombstone is sad, obviously, but if they transition it into a tower, they'll feel really good. JT. Oh, gets the blink off.
A lot of pings coming out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's see.
Oh, Emo's going Deso. Interesting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
When was the last time you saw Deso?
Well, he wants to amp up the damage from his TV. Like, I get that they're worried about their damage output, because, like, the TV can't be the only source of damage. Like, you want the Emo to scale. I think I saw Nothing to Say do this last time I saw it. And then, like, he scaled with right-click damage instead of magic, which was cool. But I think when you're playing against these heroes like Lifestealer that don't naturally have a high amount of armor anyway, I think the Deso build is actually quite good. Because I'm pretty sure it was against the Lifestealer last time I saw it as well.
Mm-hmm. They actually smoked to get up to this triangle area on the Radiant side, but they don't catch anybody from Elephant up there. Hero's going into the full Mjolnir after picking up this Heaven's Halberd, And they've just about got the blink on Yang.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What a bounty!
I believe Somnus got his boots to travel. Yeah.
For my fire.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pretty quiet last few minutes. But it kind of looks like a fight might dictate who goes for this Roche.
Yeah, it's, all it takes is one fight here to go like well for either team. Like you
Yeah.
say, then the Roche falls, and all of a sudden they can
Dire's
open up the
bottom
map a
tower
lot
is
more.
under attack.
I think the Deso on this emo void spirit though will be a big game
Radiant's top
changer
tower
for
is under
IG.
attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's just short. About like 40 gold. Roll comes in, they're gonna
Okay.
look around, not spot anybody just yet, and yeah, so Deso coming out for emo. TB going into the BKB, he's got 3,200 gold saved up. Mars has that blink dagger going. Yule is next.
Radiant
Yeah,
are
Bane
scanning.
go
I
for
like
the
this.
Glimmer Kid.
I like this BKB choice. I think he's on that he's on the verge where if he goes for like Scardy first or something, his game could be really difficult because if they lose one fight when he has like a different item before BKB, if he doesn't ever get that BKB online, then he's really going to struggle. So just play safe, get the BKB online, and then as you scale towards the late game, you should be able to farm towards these other like luxury items and things like the Scardy, the MKB to deal with the Lifestealer evasion. Because like this Lifestealer's got the halberd, he's also going to have this talent at level 20 as well, which I assume he takes.
Dire's
And
middle
it's
tower
going to force
is
the
under attack.
Terrorblade into the MKB. Probably next, I'd assume.
Roll. Can they find the TB? Fly is in a bit of trouble. Tombstone committed, and now they've got the Yules. LSA lands. The damage is there with the Laguna Blade. Fly dropping fast. No way to get that Sunder
I
off.
catch
But they
Eurus,
do
though.
get Eurus. That is an alright trade for IG. Considering they lost their Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely take that if I was IG. I mean, Eurus obviously just getting caught without the rage being up. I'm surprised they had the damage they needed, but with the grip, I mean, it's such a ridiculous amount of lockdown. Spear,
Get
hit.
another one. Spear, and do they have the damage? Yeah. Yang can't get the primal split off. They'll get the kill onto this Brewmaster. They'll try to turn this around. FY with a boulder smash. That's going to land onto just Ollie. And Yules, the Remnant, locks up
This
the
Deso is-
Undying. Red Panda, he's looking like he's going to drop. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
stolen
under
LSA
attack.
with a dissimulate right there. They've got the control. They'll get the kill. They'll look for the tier 1 mid.
And like I said, this tier 1 opens up so much of the map as well. Like now they can look towards Roche. This is huge. Like taking this mid tier 1. TB's almost got BKB as well. Like game's going to completely change here. Like in IG's favor, I believe. And yeah, oh, he didn't mention it at the end of last game, but I looked at his net worth progression on the graph. It was not good, and it already looks like this game that unless like the next fight goes their way, something similar might happen again.
We'll see, because Samus, he's 1,000 gold away from getting this Ags on this Lina. Eurus, yeah, he gets caught out at the start of that, but he's just about to have the Mjolnir. So I definitely think, like, I don't think it's going to have the same, like, results. Truthfully, I just don't know how it could.
Tough game.
Dire are scanning.
I say that, but I sense the doubt in your...
I don't want to, I don't want to say it the same way with such vigor that you do. Or just get the lift.
Telekinesis, and there's the spear. God's Rebuke comes out. LSA, I believe that's Kaka's LSA that's coming through with the Laguna Blade getting used. They get the Primal Split off. They'll look over at Fly. They get the kill on a Red Panda. Now they look over as Yang with the Primal Split has the lockdown. There's the Cyclone. Right clicks coming through onto Emo. And they get the kill there onto the Void Spirit. They'll look over at Fly, who's forced to pop the BKB and try and TP out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Telekinesis onto the Storm Panda. Yang back to form. But they find Kaka. They've got the Spirit Vessel again, the stolen LSA, but there's the Somnus LSA that locks up Kaka, and they get the kill. They'll find themselves a second. I think
This
with
is
that,
Roche.
they might, move into Roche.
The big problem with this play is well, it's not even the problem with it. The thing that went wrong for IG is that they committed so much to Yang to try and kill him before he gets the split off, but they don't kill him in time. So eventually, like, he then gets that split off, and they're like, we've used so many spells to commit with this guy that we now can't deal with. And so, like, they don't have the damage for the rest of the fight after that. TB has to pop the BKB and the meta and just TP away. Like, that's rough. He is going for the MKB, though, that we talked about, and that's going to help his damage output. Like, he needs that, like, first damage item, right? And then to build towards the Scardian, then he's going to be a big deal. But until then, it's kind of, like, a little bit lacking. And there's the Ags on the Lina as well. Like, TB's game all of a sudden got really difficult.
It's gotten that much more difficult.
FY still just playing incredibly well, though. Like, he's about to get this BKB as well. He's 4-1-12. Like, in these fights, he's doing so much.
Yeah, he really is.
Dire's structures
These
are
silences are huge on the supports. Like, and now he has BKB. Like, where's their control for FY?
Nothingness.
It's like grip, but you don't want to grip FY on the Earth
Sphere.
Sphere.
IG posturing over mid a bit. Yang. He does not have the primal split, and he does not have HP to live.
This is why we
That
call
is a quick kill there for IG.
Yeah, good pick off. But what can they get from this, though? Like, Meta's still down for 20. Yes, tier 2 bot, maybe, but I mean, Yang's probably going to be up again by then.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
TB. Ulti orb just 100 gold away, and now they're sitting here towards bottom. See if they go in and take the tier 2 tower. Looks like they're waiting for somebody to rotate, but now they'll show. Ooh, okay. Radiant scan.
Heading over.
JT's in a solid spot here. I like his positioning, and now the arena's down on 2. They've got the silence, though, so they'll go after JT rolling boulder. FY's doing so much in these fights. They're right on top of JT. They should be able to get the kill. Somnus gets credit for that one. FY popped that BKB. Emo's able to jump away. Rolling boulder, but FY, does he have enough to close the gap on anybody? And it's not going to look like that's so.
No, this is my problem. Like, they get to the tier 2, they do force the glyph. But, oh,
is under attack.
If they
he
can
doesn't have any
catch him,
steps.
LSA, ooh! That lands, and he has Astral Step at 4 seconds, but here comes FY, Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the silence, the boulder smash is thrown up. They've got themselves the Yules, but there's another one. Primal Split's used. They'll try to Astral Step away,
Oh, he
but it's
didn't
going to
get
keep
the
him
high
on the
ground.
low ground, and he's in trouble. Laguna Blade! Whoa!
And they catch the pain as well with the storm.
Blows
and,
him up. Yeah, they've got control on Ollie. They'll get themselves another. That's a +1. FY gets credit for that one. 5, 1, and 14 for this Earth Spirit. Somnus, how much damage did he just do to that Void
Dire's
Spirit?
bottom tower is under attack.
It was a
Clean
lot.
1,000 pure. 1,008.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Wow.
They're going to go for this. Yeah, I think they want to force buybacks. Like, Ollie's had to use his already, but...
So they'll put the pressure on. They'll go for the tier 3 tower over bottom. Fly. He's got himself Metamorphosis. The Geomagnetic Grip is out onto Ollie. But they'll use the Fiend's Grip. So this is a Fiend's Grip for an Earth Spirit if this is going to work out. I mean, that is a lot committed. Ollie taking a lot of damage coming out from Yours. The BKB game popped by FY. They'll infest into him. They get the kill into Ollie. They look over at JT. This is going to go very poorly for IG. If they're not too careful with the LSA, it hits on them. It's terribly. The Laguna Blade is there. Fly is
Oh, he's still
gone.
alive.
He is gone. Somnus will die, but that means you've got no TV, you've got no meta, and Eurus is free to keep on moving forward. He will continue rolling through. FY right there by his side. Geomagnetic Grip. And this is JT in trouble, and JT dead. He has bought back, you gotta remember, and now they're gonna go for the tier 3 again. Yang hit with the Astral Step, not gonna be enough damage to get the kill into the Brewmaster, but they do have the damage to take out the tier 3 bottom and potentially the set of racks to follow it up. Geomagnetic Grip, Link, Thunderclap. Now, Boulder Smash, Kaka in trouble, hit with the Rolling Boulder, and FY helps to get another kill. Eurus gets credit for that one. FY now sitting 7, 1, and 17.
Yeah, Eurus still has the Aegis as well here, remember? Like, it's only up for another 30 seconds or so, but what a fight. Like, you can see the damage that comes out from the Laguna Blade there on the Lina. Like, Dire... IG, their lineup looks really strong, but they have no damage output at the moment. Like, because the TB have to go for this BKB second IM, they can't kill anybody. Like, the arena goes down, like, they drop their, like, Deso from the Astral Step and things, but TB just can't kill the Lifestealer at the moment. He's level 20 with the evasion and the Halberd evasion. Never mind that, but FY as well.
Oh, Fly. Aegis expires, but they've got the Rolling Boulder coming in. Fly forced to pop that BKB again.
Did they get a full grip duration up onto FI last fight? I think they did, and he didn't even die, right? Like,
And then he just got saved by the Infest and the rollout.
Like, they have all this control, but no way of killing anybody.
No.
Now there's an AC on the Lifestealer. Christ. Okay. Spear on Yang.
If they don't kill him, he's just gonna primal split, and this fight's gonna go very poorly from there.
I think it's might go
that's
poorly
exactly,
anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. They get the arena down, but now they've got themselves the Yules. That's on a JT. He actually Yules himself.
Dire's middle tower
They
has
realize they
fallen.
can't take the fight. They're like, we're out.
They smoke. Are they looking to re-initiate?
Well, they want to fight while the Brewmaster like doesn't have split and things, right? Which I get.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still a tough sell on this, or is it? Telekinesis, Spear, Rage, just in time. Yura's on the run, but the Fiend's Grip comes out. Emo trying to do enough damage. They've got a full duration Fiend's Grip from the looks of it, and it will be enough to get the kill on a Eurus. So he stays a little bit too far forward. There's the Astral Step as well as the BKB being popped by Emo, looking for a +1 somewhere, but nowhere in sight.
Oh, did you see that? I mean, Red Panda just using Decay to stop
Radiant's middle
them
tower
stealing anything
is
else on the
under
Rubik. That was nice. Big pickup though onto Eurus, and they might be able to try and force the high ground here. They have Metal on TB,
Radiant's
and there is a
middle
Skadi
tower
coming
has
out in the
fallen.
courier.
I like what Brewmaster's doing right now, what Yang's doing. He's got his components
is-
locked for the Aeon Disc until he's ready to have it be used.
This is huge for IG. Like, there's no split either.
Yeah, there's the Aeon Disc. They've got the Geomagnetic Grip that's going to silence up the Terror Blade as well as this
Oh
Rubik. They get the
my
kill on a Kaka.
God.
They look over at Fly, pops the BKB. Sunder used. That's down on the Red Panda. They'll get the Sunder, but is it going to be enough? The Rolling Boulder out from FY once again. He's going to reapply the Magnetize. Does he have the damage to get anything more? They'll take out JT. They'll get themselves the kill on Ali. That's going to be 3 dead. They look over at Fly, who's already used the Sunder. They've got the Spirit Vessel on him. There's the Yules as well as the LSA, and the Luna Blade takes him out again. That is another shot in the chest, this time for 1,200 pure damage.
I mean, FY did 4,000 damage that fight. 4,000.
Wow.
I've never seen so much. Well, I haven't seen this much game impact from a position 4 in ages. Like, he's just controlling these fights every single time. And that is supposed to be a fight that IG win because there's no split and there's no Eurus alive.
Dire's
But they're
middle
15k net worth behind. Like, they had the net worth advantage in that fight effectively because the Lifestealer was dead.
Telekinesis, Astral Step. Now, they've got the Aether Remnant. Yang, though, he's got the Primal Split. He'll use it. Emo pops the BKB. And that's the 9-second BKB duration being used, but is it going to be doing anything for him? And it doesn't look like it. So they'll use the Glyph. They'll get the Tombstone down. TB dead for another 15 seconds. Ooh. And they'll get the 2 or 3
Dire's
tower.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they need to just chill without split. They just wait, be patient.
What a performance right now for FY.
They're playing really well. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to harp on about it too much, but FY and this Earth Spirits, it's done such a ridiculous amount. Like, look at its net worth as well. It's unbelievable.
I don't think it's harping if you're praising.
True. But like, sometimes I feel like, you know, I don't want to give too much credit to one person because they're all playing really well, but he's the one that's just standing out for me massively.
Yeah, he's stood out through the entirety of the game, though, in my opinion. Like, he's made things happen throughout the early, the mid, and the late game so far.
Yeah, like he's taken part in 28 of the 30 kills on their team.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will.
And he's only died twice. And I would be confident in saying his 2 deaths have led to benefits. Because it did there over mid, and I don't even remember the first one, but I would assume that it did that much.
So both teams going to posture around the Roche pit now. It's going to be the next big fight, and 17k net worth advantage. There's a Skadi on the... Oh, I thought he was... Well, I just assumed he'd be going Skadi next on the live sheet, to be honest, but the Basher obviously going to be very good as well, up against this Void Spirit especially.
The void.
Is anybody going Lotus on Radiant? No, they're not. Okay, so Sunder might still be a bit of an issue for them, but with the Lina Ags, like, they have so much burst damage, he shouldn't be able to get it off anyway. Not at HP that matters.
Kaka throwing out the LSA. They'll use the spear. They've got the telekinesis on Eurus. Metamorphosis comes out from FlyFly. He's going to have the damage. LSA thrown from Kaka once again. It hits onto the Undying. Now they've got the roll from FY. And there's the BKB as well as the Magnetize coming out onto the Bane as well as JT. JT blinks away, but the Magnetize reapplied. He goes to the Spider Legs. He's moving so quickly. They get the kill on Ollie. They'll end up losing JT. FY gets credit for both of them. He's got himself a double kill. Now they'll look towards the rest. FlyFly on the run, open wounds, LSA, that's going to land. Now they've got the Rolling Boulder coming through as well as the Geomagnetic Grip. FY gets a triple kill. Is this going to be a rampage on the Earth Spirit? He goes after this. Rubik has got an ultra kill. I can't believe this.
Please!
Just give him the rampage. I can't believe it. FY is... No way he gets it here.
That was so close.
Oh
Honestly,
my god. FY, man.
that was night and day between last game. Between his, the Monkey King last game felt like it did absolutely nothing. The Earth Spirit this game, I'm going to quickly look at his hero damage on the scoreboard. Only 19,000, so he's the second on his team behind the Lina. But even so, I mean, the silences on the